chicken wings. There's nothing quite like them. Crispy, delectable, with a kick of spice. But when chicken wings are grilled over a live fire, whoop, baby, that's when the flavor goes from good to unforgettable. Our guest today, Curtis, loves smoking chicken wings. But since he's moved to the Kamado, his wings aren't flying the way that they used to. So I'm gonna share 2 of our family and friends' favorite recipes for Curtis's next game day gathering. Welcome to Backyard Barbecue Rescue. I'm James from Smokin' Dad Barbecue, and I am passionate about live fire cooking and helping others discover the joy of amazing barbecue at home. I am traveling to the backyards of people in need of help to master the art of live fire cooking. With the right tools and techniques, you can create smokehouse quality meals right in your backyard. Let's fire it up.
I've been watching James for about 3 years now. He's influenced every part of my cooking.
Curtis, come on out.
He was the reason I moved up to get a Kamado.
Holy.
You recognize it?
No, not overly. It's my barbecue.
This is.
It was a purchase I was on the fence about doing for a long time. Flash forward a bit, we get the Kamado. I'm excited to use it, but it's just not showing up the same. There's just always been a few things of every cook of mine that I just can't seem to bring together and make it go, that's the wing I want, and it's defeating.
I have good news. This isn't just for today's episode. Everything you see here, I'm leaving behind at the end of the day.
Actually, it's probably 10 years of Christmas lists that probably just got knocked off.
This is incredible. Thank you so much. This is...
I'm still blown away.
So when you reach out and said, my chicken wings aren't turning out great, sometimes it's a combination of tools, sometimes a combination of technique. Today, we're gonna bring the tools and the technique together to make some amazing wings.
awesome.
So in terms of the wings that you've done before, is there anything that you want me to help like dial in?
It was just turning into a really long process, and then I was finding the crispiness wasn't quite there. It was a lot more flubbery.
I can taste that as you're describing it.
Yeah, exactly, right? So yeah, the crispiness is the main one, but also it was just a long process.
Yeah. Well, if you're up for it, I think we're gonna try and share two of our family's favorite wing recipes. So we're gonna do one directly over the fire using the rotisserie basket. So that's gonna allow the wings to baste in their own fats. It's the closest thing we can get to deep fried without going with deep fried wings. The next one we're gonna do sticky wings, which are a crowd pleaser for all ages. You can control the heat level, spice, dress them up. They're lots of fun. I think you're gonna absolutely love it.
Cool.
Getting set up with the right gear and the right knowledge, I think it's gonna make the world difference.
Here's how to make everyone's favorite buffalo wings. Spicy, crispy, with layers of flavor. I like to start all my dry rubs with a base of salt and pepper. We're gonna fill up this cap, which is gonna be about 2 tablespoons of fresh cracked black pepper, and we'll use that same cap as our measuring device for all of our other ingredients. So you can apply this like what we're doing an hour before the wings go on the grill, or it can stand up to an overnight dry brine without being too salty for the wings. So if you have the time, dry brining is always a great idea, but it's not one of those things where we need to add all these rules, where sometimes if we want to do a wing night, game day, friends are coming over, no shame in doing it an hour beforehand. 2 tablespoons of pepper, add in 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, 1 tablespoon of granulated onion powder, 2 tablespoons of granulated garlic powder. We'll add some paprika for our color. We're gonna get our heat from cayenne as well as the sauce. About 1.5 teaspoons of cayenne.
And that makes it decently hot?
That'll give us some kick. So we can mix that together. So we are ready to get on our wing dust.
Chicken wings.
All right. So we're gonna just do a sprinkle on each side. I'll flip them so we get nice even coverage on both. But if you hold your hand up, like what I'm doing here, about 6 to 10 inches, it'll reduce the amount of clumping that we get.
And you typically do a rub even though you're gonna do a sauce as well?
Absolutely. So the reason why we want to do that is we want to get layers of flavor. And so by going with the salt, pepper, garlic, paprika, and the cayenne, that's going to give us a little kick. Then we're going to get the sauce, which has its own flavor, and we're going to finish by tacking it up, which is going to give yet another sort of caramelized, grilled flavor of the live fire and the charcoal. So all these small little subtle things come together to give us a great end result. So those look good to me. So no science here, but we're just gonna drop the wings in your rotisserie basket. The advantage of the rotisserie basket is gonna allow us to cook directly over coals, which normally in a Kamado style grill, if you were to sit directly above the fire, everything would burn.
Yeah.
But the rotisserie is gonna cause those to tumble and keep them away from the direct heat the entire time. Plus, as these start to cook, they're gonna render out the chicken fat, which is gonna have nowhere to go thanks to gravity but down. And they're gonna be basting themselves in their own fat. So it gives you the closest thing to a deep fried texture. And I love a good rotisserie wing. Hopefully, at the end of the day, you feel the same.
Feeling I will.
So I'm gonna install this on the top position. You notice you've got 3 different levels, and all that's gonna do is give us more space for tossing and tumbling and make sure that we're cooking all of them evenly. So about 5 pounds is as much as what I would put in here, which is exactly what we've got in there right now.
Perfect, okay.
Let's get this on the grill. So we're gonna break our cook into 3 stages. Our first stage is gonna be about 20 minutes, and we're doing exactly what we have here. We're cooking dome closed. This is gonna help cook our chicken wings and start to render that tough to reach fat underneath the chicken skin. The second stage, we're gonna go dome open for about 10 to 15 minutes and let the flames fly. This is my favorite part of grilling, playing and interacting with a live fire, but it's more than playing. We're actually targeting that heat to get the perfect crispy skin. And our final stage is the quickest one, 5 to 10 minutes. This is where we're gonna go for the texture and caramelizing the sauce, getting a bit of that char grilled flavor on the wings. And these 3 stages are gonna come together to make the perfect grilled buffalo wing. Our first round of wings are done. Let's dive in for our taste test.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Cheers. Wow,
What's hitting you?
a lot of flavor plus crisp.
Right?
Talking with my mouth full.
I, in some ways, like this more than deep fried because you get all the flavor of the chicken plus our dry rub. When we do a deep fry, we get crispy skin, but not near as much depth of flavor. Are you a flat guy or a drum guy?
I lean towards the drums.
Well, let's try one of those in the name of science. Cheers.
Cheers.
So good. So I have good news and I have better news. So the good news is these are fantastic. The better news is this is only wing number 1. So as part of having that wing party, let's move into prepping our 5-spice sticky wings now that our grill is already up to temperature.
It's gonna be hard to top this.
Here's how to make my family's favorite meat candy. Sweet, spicy, and dare I say, beautiful.
This is one we want to do before our guests arrive, since you need to clear the entire pantry out for this one. This is a recipe that we've adapted from Recipe 10 Eats. It's a food blog that we follow along, and this was inspiration for today's cook. We've adapted it to be perfect for live fire cooking. And once we've made it, it can set aside after we've got our grill fired up, coming up to temperature, because we don't want to add our wings here until about 15 minutes before we're ready to get them on. But there's a lot of steps, don't worry, I'll walk you through each one. Let's get started and add 1.5 teaspoons of 5-spice powder, 6 teaspoons of minced garlic, 1.5 teaspoons of sesame seed oil, 3/4 cup of ketchup, 6 tablespoons of lemon juice, 6 tablespoons of Chinese cooking wine, 6 tablespoons of low sodium soy, 6 tablespoons of honey, 4.5 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. Your guests will like this more than the bees, which is a good thing at this rate. 4.5 tablespoons of oyster sauce, 3 tablespoons of chili sauce. Wasps are optional for this recipe.
It's a lot.
And then 3 tablespoons of minced ginger. Mix that up. So this is ready to go. We can set that aside. Normally we could just leave this maybe beside our grill. Today, I think we'll hide it from the wasps.
Sounds good.
So immediately after serving our first round of wings, I've dropped the deflector stones underneath your cooking grids and opened up our vents, and we want to let the grill stabilize around 350 degrees. Right now, we're about 300 degrees, and that's gonna be fine because the marinade is going to hold the wings for about 10, 15 minutes. But that's something we want to do before dropping these in, just so the grill is ready to go. And all I'm gonna do is drop these in, mix them around, and we'll let them hang out for 15 minutes. Our 15-minute timer has just gone off. That gave us enough time to prepare some onions, as well as our garnish with some Thai red dragon chili peppers. So we are ready to transfer to our pan. I've just put some foil on a pizza tray and have some parchment. This is so we're gonna be able to retain some of the sauce that we have spent the last couple minutes basting in. We don't want to lose our sauce. We need this to build thin little layers that'll almost turn into a candy-like texture when it's all done. So I'm doing this by hand to make sure that we have plenty of our basting and marinating sauce in reserve. Okay, let's get them on the grill. After about 10 minutes, we're gonna apply our first layer of our basting marinade. We wanna do thin coats many times versus a really thick coat up front. That's gonna give us amazing texture. It's gonna come out almost like candy on the outside of our chicken wings. What we'll be looking for is that the sauce on the outside is actually starting to caramelize and turn into what we are ultimately going after, our sticky 5-spice wings. They're gonna be absolutely amazing.
This looks like a whole different kind of wing.
Right? How good do those look?
10 out of 10.
Right?
Just the way these look, they present incredibly well. They're a showpiece.
Right.
You could put this on a table and everyone would be blown away just by looking at it.
Why don't we find out if they taste as good as they look?
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So different.
Wow.
What's hitting your tongue?
Bit of sweet and savory right off the top, and then it builds up a little bit of the heat with the chilies.
Right.
And it just all blends together in your mouth for a great time.
So do you think these will make the cut for your next game day wing?
I think they'll do. Yeah. They're incredible.
That's absolutely an elevated chicken wing. How are you feeling about the day? What'd you learn? Any tips, tricks?
I learned a ton about prepping. It's not about necessarily what's on the grill and what you're doing on the grill. It's about what you're preparing ahead of time and setting up for success at the end.
Absolutely. Well, so often it's little things executed well that make all the difference, and preparation is the shortcut to success.
James is a wealth of knowledge. It's one thing to see online, it's a whole nother thing for someone to show you on your grill in your backyard saying this is how to adjust things. I just really appreciate James coming out here and taking everything from start to finish and teaching me everything.
So we started the day with, let's avoid flubbery. How do these rate?
They're not in the same ballpark.
I'm glad. I want to be in that ballpark.
Yeah, no kidding. Me neither.
Well, we've cooked all these wings. I don't think we should let them go to waste. We dig in?
Absolutely.
One of many
Cheers.
more. So Curtis opened the day with a word, flubbery. Flubbery. Which may not be in the dictionary, but somehow we knew exactly what he meant. Because we've all been there and had a chicken wing that just doesn't deliver on the skin that we want and expect in that perfect bite. And today was a combination of tools and techniques to turn out 2 amazing wings that Curtis and his friends and family will absolutely love the next time they get together for game day. And chicken wings, whether they're done simple, hot and fast over a live fire, or we're elevating them to almost dessert wing status, there's a wing that will be sure to blow away everybody at your next extended game day gathering. I'm James, signing off. Don't be afraid to fire it up.